What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Apollo. We are here at Chessington World of Adventures Resort. As we're recording, yesterday we visited Fort Park, had a wonderful day there, and we've made the 20-minute journey over to Chessington, one of 3 Merlin UK theme parks. We are standing in the best area of the park, the world of Jumanji. Literally, right in front of me there, Mandrill Mayhem going round. We've got Ostrich Stampede just to our left, and then we've also got Mumbo Strike right in front of us. But we are very looking forward to getting back on this B&M Wing Coaster, probably our favourite ride at the park. Such great rides, along with the likes of Vampire, Dragon's Fury, Tiger Rock. We'll go have a look at Paw Patrol, see what that's saying, have a look if we can see anything from Minecraft World. But without further ado, let's get on Mandrill Mayhem. So we've just come off Mandrill Mayhem then, waited about 30 minutes for a second row ride. We could have had the front row, but we were too chickeny to go for it. How did you find it, Jay?
It was good. It was better than Saw.
Better than Saw, Walking Dead. Just a lot of the rides we had at Fort Park yesterday. For what it's worth, Mandrill Mayhem is a great addition at Chessington. The first inverted roller coaster that you'd find here at Chessington World Resort. Hopefully the first of many to come back to the park. But it's just a great ride in general with the theming, the area itself, and then just the ride itself. It's a lot faster than I remember it being, to be fair.
It felt faster.
Yeah, just a great element, especially when you get to the hang bit at the top there. Obviously the inversion is go back and forth on it. It's just a really great ride. I think we're going to make our way over towards the gift shop, have a quick look in there, and then we'll probably make our way over to Vampire. But yeah, a really great first row ride there on Mandrill Mayhem. So one of the things we can see here, the new World of Paw Patrol is due to be opening this year. Construction's come along really well. Obviously it's filled up the space right by where old Mexicana used to be. Obviously we've got the rattlesnake just over to the left there. We took it really nice and colourful. Obviously you've seen the queue line for the one major roller coaster here, the first junior roller coaster. It looks like one hell of a cattle pen. But for the most part it looks really nice, really fresh, really vibrant. Like I said, it shouldn't be too much longer until we see this area open. So yeah, we'll be interested to see what happens there. Anyway, just over from World of Paw Patrol, we have the rattlesnake on a 30-minute queue. Actually a wild mouse type of ride. This ride, if you've ever been on it, it's quite infamous for a lot of people. It's awful, it's rough. For context, I'm 6'1", so I barely fit in this car, and I feel like when you're going over the drops in this ride, you are going to fly out of your car. Jay's absolutely thrilled to be going on this, aren't you? Yep, she's absolutely thrilled to be going on this. Vampire was on 70 minutes, so let's go and give this a go. Sorry, guys. It's actually spinning now.
Oh, we've got to do it.
So now we're here with a kids meal, a lovely pot of ketchup. Was this a kids meal, Jade?
Yeah.
Yeah, a lovely kids meal, $8.25. How fascinating. We've just been on Rattlesnake. How did you find Rattlesnake on a scale of rough to very, very rough?
Awful, it hurt. It physically hurt.
I absolutely love it. It's funny. It is rough. It's a wild mouse style of ride, but it's got some really funny elements to it. See in the middle if you can, otherwise you're going to be swinging more than Shirley Bassey. And then we went on Croc Jog, waited about 30 minutes for that. We was going to go for Tomb Blaster, but the queue was already at the entrance. It says 25 to 30 minutes on it, so it'll be very interesting to see what it's actually like. But anyway, we did Croc Drop. It's really nice to see the spinning element come back to it. It really adds a little bit more of a dimension to the ride. You know, it's like 2 or 3 good drops, and then you make your way down for like a brief minute experience there. But it also allows you to have a really great view of the World of Paw Patrol. Really colourful, really nice and vibrant. It looks great, to be fair. Obviously the massive cattle pen queue line for the My First Roller Coaster will be very interesting to see. But 2 good rides there. We're going to take into our lunch, and then we're going to make our way over to Tomb Blaster and go and give that a go. As you can tell by that lovely image and where we are going on Vampire. We just came off Tomb Blaster, waited about 50 minutes for it. Jay, how rubbish was it?
It was awful. I didn't like it.
Absolutely awful. Now, a lot of the effects weren't working. It's way too bright in there. The bit with the massive dog in the hound in it, that's great. But, like, I don't know if it's just mine in general, but having no batching host and just an on-load host to sort out your batching, there's a height limit of 1.1, yet there's near infants going on the ride. It's just not a great look, is it? So let's get on a proper ride. Let's go on a vampire. Let's give this a go. So after a 70-minute wait, then we finally made it on to Vampire. I've got to say though, prior to it, operation-wise, I think it's absolutely shambolic. You're going in, they're only loading so many into the actual station itself, and the amount that they're loading, you know, there's pretty much only about half a ramp's worth, and then there's the whole bay's empty. They're only loading 2 per bay anyway, when it can support a maximum of 4. And it's just really annoying to sit there and you're thinking, you know, maximise your queue lines a little bit more. There's a reason it wouldn't be 70 minutes or people would be waiting so long in those queue lines if you was managing your stations properly. Again, if it's a staffing issue, then that's fair enough. But ultimately, for what was, you know, like I said, for half a ramp of that station, bear in mind it's a big station as well, there's air gates for a reason to allow more guests to be loaded in. It just feels so deflating. And then the ride itself, not as bad on the back roads. Obviously you feel a little bit more whip and a little bit more of the swing, but it does feel very rough as well at times. And it's one of those where I'd sit there and say, yes, the ambience is nice and the actual station theming is probably one of the best at Chessington, but for an overall ride experience, and bear in mind the time we waited as well, it just doesn't really feel like it was worth the wait, unfortunately. It felt a bit rough, felt a bit uncomfortable, and if it was something that got rid of in the future, you just wouldn't be surprised because it's just shown its age, unfortunately. So yeah, a little bit disappointing. I just think overall today though, from seeing some of the queue time, seeing some of what's been experienced at Chessington today, yes, you know, it's a different clientele. It's obviously going to be busier since targeting towards those younger ones, but you sit there and you go, man, I wish I had a second day at Thorpe Park, or I just wish I'd gone and done something else, because you just think some operational choices, you know, just haven't been the best today, and it's just like this and Toon Blaster as well, it's just not been ideal there, and it does make you think, I wish I would have gone to Thorpe Park. But like I said, hopefully with the addition of the World of Paw Patrol and Minecraft coming in 2027, we'll see a lot more of them queue times. Because again, that is a big factor as well. When there's less rides, you're going to get bigger queues, aren't you? So when those attractions do open and we do get some more rides, hopefully we will start to see things improve as well. So yeah, a little bit disappointing, but we've got about an hour and a bit left of the day. I think we're eyeing up towards going for the World of Jumanji once again. We're going to try and get an Ostrich Stampede and have a second final ride on Mandrill Mayhem today. See, it's nice to visit the park now and again. It's like I said, for me personally, it's only been once a yearly visit it. I'd really like to see what this park's going to be like in 2027 with Minecraft Land, because it will probably save the park a lot more, like I said, with ride availability, with general operations. So for now, yes, it's nice to be back, but there's a lot that could be going on. But anyway, let's head to World of Jumanji and let's wrap up this day. So with that all wrapped up, we end our day and our weekend away at London and wrapping up the day at Chessington World of Adventures. Jay, what have you made of it today?
It was really good. There were some bad bits.
Yeah, I think overall for me, the sentiment's still the same from our last visit last year, in that, yes, there's bits of it that I do like, but ultimately there's bits of it that I think need improving, and ultimately with the addition of Paw Patrol and Minecraft World in the next 2 years, it kind of feels like a bit of a hard sell right now to go to Chessington. Don't get me wrong, there's a lot of redeeming qualities to Chessington. I think one of the biggest positives would be the World of Jumanji. I think alone, Mandrill Mayhem is by far the best ride here. It's a great experience to go on it. Obviously we'd like a front row or back row ride on it, but it's so incredibly rare. So it makes it, kind of, makes you want to keep going on riding on that. it felt strange in the sense of the first like half odd day felt like operations wise was going fine, and then as we got towards stuff like Tomb Blaster, Vampire, and obviously Mandrill at the end, it definitely felt like, you know, it's taken a lot longer than expected. Luckily enough, our ride on Mandrill Mayhem, we did get called forward for group 2, which did actually bring our waiting time to 30 minutes as opposed to 35 when we entered the queue line. Had that not have happened, we probably would have been waiting an extra 10 minutes. But stuff like Vampire being a bit rough today, and also just general operations there. Tomb Blaster being very underwhelming. Sporadic closes of Tiger Rock. Literally coming out of the park today. Dragon's Fury's gone down with tempting delay, so it seemed like a lot of people were getting fast tracks there. There is redeeming qualities, and I know we're not the target audience for this park. You know, again, that's what Thorpe Park and Northern Towers are for people like ourselves who prefer the more thrill-seeking adventures. But parks like this, with some of the rides they do have, it can appeal to everybody, but it does definitely need those areas. So like Paw Patrol and like Minecraft, when they do come in, you know, we're going to see queue times across the park go down, and you're going to see, hopefully, just a lot more stability and just general excitement for Chessington World of Adventures. Not to mention what could potentially going forward with Tiger Rock in the coming years, and also, yeah, it's just like every year, from the sounds of it, you could make a plan for what's going to be happening in the next 5 years. Obviously, with Universal Bedford coming in the next 5 years in 2031, it'll definitely be interesting to see what Chessington brings going forward in the next few years. But like I said, for now, once a year visit's fine. But obviously, the main draw would be once Minecraft World and Paw Patrol come in to let it settle down and see where the park goes from there. But overall, it's been a good, decent visit. Obviously, we much more preferred the day at Thorpe Park yesterday. Also, seeing the queue times today does kind of make us wish we'd had a second day, but make of it what you will. It's nice to go to these parks and support them. If you have enjoyed this video, guys, and these trips as well, do please like, subscribe to the channel. We'll see you for whenever that next video will be. But until then, all we have to say is cheerio.